guys, welcome to We Watch Movie, and we're under the fucking dome. Shut up, Barbie. It's Jay and Mike, and we're bringing you the spoiler episode of the season finale of Under the Dome. Yeah. Oh my God, what happened, Mike? What happened?
Pig stars are falling apart.
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah, I reviewed the first 2 episodes of this show, and then I kind of lost interest in it, but I kept watching it. I just didn't review it because I don't know, it didn't strike me anymore. The first episode had this awesome, like, Stephen King feel to it, and then, like, the dome comes down, and the cow gets cut in half, everything's kind of cool as shit, and then they just kind of got lost along their way. This whole time up to this point, I gotta say, I've been semi-interested in it, not that interested in it. It kind of feels like Guiding Light. It's kind of corny.
I never watched Guiding Light. Check your man card.
I hang out sometimes. But get drunk in the middle of the afternoon, watching some Guiding Light. Bam! Juneau Hospital, James Franco. Whoop!
As you do that much information makes me feel ashamed.
But no, but yeah, I mean, it kept me in tune. It kept me going at least because, I mean, Dean Norris is a badass actor.
Oh, by the way, before you say anything else, Dean Norris, I'm gonna fucking karate chop your Steven Skull face. Dean Norris, if he lost a little weight, based on what I've seen in the Under the Dome so far, he'd be a great Lex Luthor. That's right.
No one's saying it. His co-star Bryan Cranston's been the main guy up for it, and I like that too. But you're right, Dean Norris,
especially the way he plays in Under the Dome. Fucking creepy ass business-like guy that's gonna cut your dick off if he feels like he needs to make a point.
This town needs an enema. But yeah, so I mean, but yeah, the acting. I mean, I like Mike Vogel's character, Barbie. Even though why is his name Barbie? That's so stupid.
Barbie girl.
But yeah, I mean, his character's good. You can tell he's not like the greatest actor in the world, but I like him. He's a likable guy.
Yeah.
And you remember, I don't know if you guys like this movie, but it's hugely underrated. Us, we loved it when it came out.
Oh my
Grind.
God. Fuck
he was the main like skateboarder kid in Grind. But
Sweet Luke cleans no man's poo.
Anyway. But yeah, so the season finale, without further.
Okay.
I did.
Well, let's get the pink stars finally erupted. At the end of the episode, Julia drops the egg in the bottom of the pond because the egg, at the last episode before this one, it was all crazy and shit. It said the monarch will be crowned when the butterfly hatches. This butterfly comes out, but it's not Barbie.
Everybody thought it would be her.
But I knew it wouldn't be Barbie.
I mean, everybody thought it would be Barbie. I thought it would be Barbie.
Because it was so obvious. Everybody was saying it's Barbie, but it's not Barbie because once the mini dome shatters, Julia picks it up and she has this egg, and then all of a sudden the butterfly lands on her. So everybody's like, "Oh, you're the monarch," and then I'm
still not wholly convinced it's her.
I know. Well, I thought it'd be crazy if they threw in that Dean Norris.
What if it is Big Jim?
If it was Big Jim, that'd be fucking insane. But she, at the end of the episode, drops it in the pond because I guess she makes her choice. I'm going to protect the egg and not Barbie. And then these fucking pink shooting stars fly up in the air right before they hang fucking Barbie.
Right before they're gonna hang Barbie.
Well, right before they hang him. But
they didn't hang him.
Well, I know. But they have the gallows. They built the gallows. Big Jim had the gallows built. His son, who's a fucking idiot, that believes everything he says, no matter what. I know that's his dad, but at the same time, he's like, he would never lie to me, even though he lied about his mother and killing him.
Like Junior, I mean, he's a good actor, and his character's good because you hate him, and you're supposed to hate him. But God, I hate him. Ever since he was keeping her in the freaking cellar, I've always hated him.
But do you hate him?
His face makes me mad.
But do you hate him as much as the friggin' girl sheriff of this town? She is
She's so stupid.
I have a dunce cap and I am stupid. She is stupid because everything that Big Jim says, she's hook, line, and sinker. Get in, get out, get away.
Yeah,
it's like she believes everything. At what
She's
point?
the person who buys the steaks and chicken from that guy that shows up at your door with a truck. He's like, oh, look at this shit. Let me lay it out for you. She's like, I'll take $18,000.
I bought this New York strip from New York. I believe you. But she's an idiot. And she believes everything Big Jim's saying. And she is standing in the crowd when they're getting ready to hang Barbie for this supposed crime. Even though she's seen the egg, she's seen all this other shit going on that's kind of crazy. She's standing there. It's like, okay, let's make this gallow things happen. It's like, oh my God.
Not just that, but my wife made a good point when we were watching this show. Like, who in the town knew how to make a fucking noose and like a gallow? Like, who knew how to do that?
I guess they got the dreadlock Whoopi Goldberg guy to do it. I don't know.
That guy, the guy, the DJ, the radio
I don't like
DJ,
him at all.
He's stupid too because like he kicked Barbie in the face or whatever. But tell me that guy does not look like the exact replica of a black Ryan Gosling.
I don't know about Ryan Gosling.
He looks just like Ryan Gosling.
A black replica. I said Whoopi Goldberg. I'm going to go with the thin Whoopi Goldberg. I'm sorry. But yeah, all right. So basically, if you remember the episode before this one.
He's a good actor.
He is a good actor. The egg thing is glowing pink. It eventually doesn't hatch or anything, but it glows this bright white. The butterfly's there, and it starts hitting the dome, and all this black ink shit's going on in the mini dome, and consequently, the outside dome, the big dome, is doing the same thing. So everything gets dark. It has this big blackout. They're all trying to figure out what's going on. Barbie is taken in by Junior, who at first is kind of with them and then not, and then he takes Barbie to Big Jim, and Big Jim's going to hang him. Julia is maybe the monarch, and That's it.
Shit goes cray cray.
But they make you say, I gotta tune in for season 2.
I hated the ending of this
I know.
episode, guys. The ending of this episode, they're going, Junior's about to pull the freaking thing. You know that they're not gonna hang Barbie. Now, I haven't read the book, and don't say anything. Don't even make a face because you read the book, so you might know more than I do.
I'm gonna do the Bryan Cranston. I'm gonna do the Bryan
Oh,
Cranston
yeah,
Breaking Bad. Watch. Fat goatee.
It's like when your mom records a football game for
Yeah.
you. You're like, don't tell me who won. And she's like, I won't tell you, but you're going to be happy. And it's like, you just fucking told me. But no, yeah, so don't make it, you make a face. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to hang fucking Mike Vogel's character because he's one of the most interesting characters in the show. It'd be stupid of them to do it. But it's like they were just like, we're gonna make you tune in.
Well,
for
did you like that how the revelations were going though? Like you start finding out more and more about what's going on. I will admit, Mike mentioned earlier, like how the season was progressing along. I kind of lost interest. I did because it was boring. Nothing really was happening. I was like, well, I don't care. And then
it lost the paranormal, not paranormal, but it lost the supernatural, like spacey, like Stephen King mystery to me.
That's fine.
It just became like a soap opera about the town members.
That's fine. But remember Storm of the Century?
Well, yeah.
It kind of did the same thing, and there was parts of Storm of the Century that kind of got boring. But this one, it did lose its sauce a little bit. But in the last 4 episodes, I've been like reinvigorated. I've been like, I want to fucking know.
Better.
Yeah, and I don't like the way this one ended. I don't like the fucking fact that the big star shut up right before Barbie's being hanged, and she dropped the egg in there. All this shit's going on, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I
like,
love it when the dome does shit though.
Yeah.
Whenever the dome does shit, it's cool. That tornado effect in the last episode was badass.
Well,
and then the dome becoming black was cool. The pink stars coming up was cool. Anytime they do any kind of effect with the dome, I think that's really neat. But at the same time, I just don't think they just capitalized on it. And it just seems like this show is going through so many storylines that are just like, they don't tie into the ultimate effect. It's like they're filler. Like the whole, what's the chick that came out that knew all of Dean Norris's and Mike Vogel's characters' secrets? Well, and then he killed her, and he killed her mom, and now her character, that whole storyline is just gone. It was like it doesn't add into anything that's happening now, and it makes it feel like filler.
The only thing I didn't get for especially this episode is the fact that I hope to God we're saying Julia, which is the red-haired girl, Barbie's girlfriend, Julia, right? I think it's Julia.
It's Julia.
Okay. That she was the main anchor for Big Jim's whole conspiracy that Barbie killed her and killed all these people, but nobody in the town seems to recognize that she's awake now because he sends this radio message over and is like, just bring the egg and everything's okay. Nobody in the town's like, so she's awake now.
That's the point I'm trying to make like that.
Yeah.
Like these huge storylines that you think are so imperative, they end up getting resolved, and it's like they never mattered.
Yeah.
Because she wakes up, and that was supposedly the big deal. Like, oh, Big Jim's done if she wakes up and tells the truth. But she wakes up and tells the truth, and Big Jim's like, no, that's not what happened. Actually, she's the bad guy too.
Well,
everybody's like, oh, okay, it's the stupidest fucking town.
I know. The town is dumb. But the only thing I can think of is maybe the town is so scared, they're so frightened by what's going on that he is the only figure of authority they have that they trust, and they're like, okay, we'll listen to everything he says because he's like the fucking Messiah, even though he has no beard. But
and Dean Norris pulls it off well because he's just so damn like charismatic, even though in his evilness, like he
has a charm to him.
Yeah,
I want to take him to a dinner. But in the end, what are you going to give this episode?
I'm going to give this episode a 6.5, and I'm going to give the whole season a 6.5. I think it's just interesting enough. It's better than average. It's just interesting enough to keep you along, to keep you going. But at the same time, it's just like every time an episode ends, I'm just like, all right, it's nothing like it's not Breaking Bad.
Yeah, well, I would say I'm going to give this episode probably a 7.0. I think I'll give the whole season a 7.5 because I do enjoy what they've done with the Stephen King novel because the Under the Dome novel is so fucking huge. I'm actually enjoying that they're taking the time and making it a TV series.
I love that they're doing that too.
Yeah, rather than like doing an It and making just a mini series. You know, like 4 episodes or a Rose Red, where it's 4 episodes and it's really long.
But does it seem to you like they're prolonging it just to keep
because
making
the book,
money off of it?
Maybe because the book is so long with so much detail. I don't know what they're going to do with season 2. I mean, truthfully, any Stephen King novel that I knew they were going to adapt, I'd rather go to HBO or Showtime just because of what they could do with it.
Yeah.
But because they're doing it on TV and they're taking this long ass novel and making it like that, I'm going to give it a 7.5. I think it's deserving. I'm going to tune in for season 2.
I will too.
So
I've already invested.
If they kill Barbie, which I haven't read the book in a long time.
If they Sean Bean Game of Thrones Barbie, I'm going to be fucking
like
pissed.
they did with Sleepy Hollow earlier tonight.
What do you mean?
With the main guy.
With the main guy. Which, they did that in this show too. With the sheriff, the main sheriff. They killed him off in the first episode.
I will just say I'm interested. My curiosity is peaked with season 2, but I don't think it ended on a strong note. I think it ended on a note like, fuck you, you gotta tune in.
They ended it on a gimmick. It was a gimmick. Like, oh, will Barbie live? I mean, that's the main thing. Like, he was getting ready to pull a thing you don't know.
But before anybody fucking says, I've read the book, but it was a long time ago, so I don't remember exactly everything that happens. I think I remember the end result to it, but I'm not going to say what that is.
Well, what about the redheaded chick's mom coming back as, like, I guess an alien?
I did like that part.
It's cool. I like where they're touching at that, but you just knew they were going to ask a question that was going to be interesting to the audience, and they were going to look at the ground and look back up, and the bitch was going to be gone.
Well, I knew that part was
that.
coming, but I did like the part where the red-haired, the girl's mother was coming back, and then she was like, we've been trying to communicate with you. We've been trying to figure out how to make this language happen. I like that, because obviously it tells you there's something bigger, maybe extraterrestrial that's
It's just
happening.
like, you got to protect the egg. But what do you guys think is in the egg? We're like, maybe it's a dinosaur. It's a baby dinosaur. It's going to be like, not the mama, not the mama.
What if he says you gotta sit on it? So you gotta strap like a freaking tampon to your
This
ass.
is they
and
call
walk
the
around.
Marg. So who is the golden goose?
I want a golden goose. So that's it.
yeah.
7.5, 6.5.
I'm the monarch, and we're gonna. So yeah. So what did you guys think of the season? Did you enjoy the season? Are you gonna tune in for season 2? What did you think about the way it ended? Did they fill your cup, or did they pour it out and smack you in the face and call you Susan?
I will say that one thing is, they really Hollywoodize this whole thing, because if they're showing buy the whole first season collection of Under the Dome,
Which is a badass Blu-ray collection.
It is. It looks badass, but like they showed that like 5 or 6 seasons or episodes ago. I mean,
Yeah.
So like that like they're Hollywood. I mean, I don't know how long this show's gonna go. I'm taking.
CBS is like #1 show of the summer.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Like, just take season 1 finale. How many episodes or how many seasons?
I'm gonna say 3 seasons.
The pink stars are falling. I'm gonna say 6 seasons.
Whoa!
I think they're gonna stretch.
Damn,
dude,
man.
you're talking about 1,000+ pages of a book.
I was giving it some credit with the 3 seasons. I don't know if it's gonna last that long.
Because if they keep stretching it with this fucking huge novel, and they can add stuff in it, because remember the guy, we're at Scarefest, the guy at the bar was like, I don't watch that show because it's totally fucking stupid based on the book. It's stupid.
Well, it's like Stephen King said that himself, though. I mean, he came out and said, look, guys, the show has to be different because of budget, because of time, because of this and that. And he said, if you want to go back to the book and you don't like the show, hey, the book's always there. The book's not going anywhere. So I
But I do
respect that.
appreciate what they've done. They've at least taken their time and tried to adapt it in a way that they can make it for TV.
Yeah.
And they didn't just
I'm
rush
glad
it.
it's getting a season 2.
Because if you rushed it, you're gonna wind up with a finale like it, with a fucking big spider walking through there. So I mean that's all right.
So I mean that's our rating for it, guys. What did you guys think about Under the Dome? Are you satisfied with it? Are you going to watch season 2? How many seasons do you guys think the show's going to make it? And
do you like it? Do you love it? Shit is ill.
And more importantly, do you think that Dean Norris would be a good Lex Luthor?
Fuck yeah! If he
That's
lost a
our
little
take.
bit of weight, tell me he wouldn't be, based on how his characterization is in Under the Dome.
Tell us. I want to know. Pink stars are falling in line. I'm Mike Hichet. We'll see you guys next time on
Cotton swabs, are they safe?
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.